Hi, and welcome to Pattern Recognition. In this video, I'm going to do a quick tutorial on frame-by-frame animation using Clip Studio Paint. So in my example here, I have a 6,000 by 6,000 pixel square. If you're trying to do something more cinematic, you'll probably want to go with 1920 by 1080. That's the typical ratio for a video. In Clip Studio Paint, the first thing we want to do is go into Window and open up our timeline. You'll see your usual stuff when you open a new document, the paper layer and the transparent layer to draw on. But for an animation, we want to create another layer, and it's called an animation folder. So in these little icons here, you'll see this film strip with the little plus sign, and it says New Animation Folder. So you want to click on that, and you want to make sure that this red line is at the first cell. Otherwise, you'll be starting it in the middle of nowhere, basically. Later on, you might get into using it that way. But for now, click the first cell, and we're going to add our new animation cell using the second icon here. All right, for the sake of simplicity, all I want to do is demonstrate how the animation process works. And my goal is to make a line that moves from one side of the screen to the other and back again. So here we have our first cell. I'm going to draw a line, and then I'm going to skip a frame, go to frame 3, and add another cell. Now in frame-by-frame animation, it's important to be able to see what you've previously drawn. So what we want to do is open up our onion skinning. Now we can see the first line that I drew, and I'm on my second cell, so I'm going to draw another line, and I'm going to keep doing that across the screen. Just very simple, just so you can understand how this works. Now if I click on one of these middle frames, we can see there's two different colors. The blue onion skin is from the previous frame, and the green skin is from the following frame. Okay, we can either scrub like this to preview, or we can press the play button. And we don't want to have all this dead frame, so we're going to move this preview button back, this preview slider. Okay. So we want our line to go back to start. What we're going to do is right click and add in cell 5. We've already drawn it. So in frame-by-frame animation, we want to learn how to recycle as much work as we've already done. Makes it so much easier. And we're going to go back to our second cell. And the reason we want to do that is because if we have our first cell again, it's going to hang on that cell. So it's going to be like a pause. I'll show you what I mean. So it holds a little bit too long. That's because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 frames on one. And we want it to be consistent, so we can move our slider back just so that it ends on 2, returns to 1. So that's a very quick and easy way to understand how the animation program works. So now I'm going to show you a completed character animation that I did using this Pokemon Litten. And this is my reference drawing layer, just the quick sketch that I started with. Then we can turn on our line art layers so you can see how I worked it back to front. We have our tail layer, the body layer. It is static, so it just stays in place. We only need one drawing. Then we have the head layer with our little ear twitch. One of my favorite features in Clip Studio Paint is this over here, the Set as Reference Layer icon. And if you click it on, let's say, your head layer, that's just the line art, if you say set as reference and you use the little lighthouse icon here, then you can go to a new layer and paint it without disrupting your original line art. And it's so much easier than working on the same layer. So you would go cell by cell and fill in each time. You can see that there are repeated cells. So as I was mentioning, you can also recycle these frames. As long as they're aligned with your line art, then you can recycle them as well. So let's turn on these other color layers. And let's see our animation in action. Turn off our sketch layer. So if you want to use this in something like Twitch, unfortunately you can't save out a GIF with a transparent background. But what you can do, and this is a little pro tip, is you can create a color key, and it works just like a green screen. So you can then go into your streaming program and use the color key to remove the background. And here is my little cute Litten. I can put him wherever I like on the screen. He can hang out with me. It's a lot of fun. And I like to combine all different animations on the screen so they get to hang out together. If this has helped you, I would be super appreciative if you would leave a like, maybe subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions or any other tutorials you'd like to see. Thanks so much, and I'll see you again soon.